folks, welcome back to Jerome Bee Farm and Homestead. Today we're going to do a quick follow-up on this hive number 18 where I drowned all those bees in that internal frame feeder, and check them out and see how they're doing. And also I might, if there's time, get into the hive number 17 next to it because it had to be fed through winter. So little background on that hive number 18. I put a frame feeder in there and I didn't realize I was supposed to put stuff inside that floated. So thanks to all the people that sent comments and said, yeah, when people put those in there without the top on them, they put stuff inside like corks or straw or little pieces of wood for the bees to float on if they fall in. So I didn't do that, and it was a minor disaster. I kind of played it up a little bit, you know, for the YouTube audience. But anyway, I think it's all okay. We found the queen in there. They got a fairly good population, and that's a new queen, so she ought to really be kicking it in this spring. And it's first part of March, so I can see the buds coming out. I can see kind of red on the red buds, on the little buds. And bees are bringing in pollen now. They're bringing in kind of an off-white grayish pollen and a little bit of yellow pollen. So I think what that is dandelions and some elm. So anyway, let's get in there and see what we find. Okay, let's get in here and do a follow-up to the disaster of 2 weeks ago. Make sure I get in the right one. This is number 18. I see bees. Seeing bees is good. So we've got a sugar feeder on here still. So, well, let me get the camera up here and show you. So some folks ask why I stacked all that sugar in there. Look at this. Those 2 bricks of sugar, they've eaten through 2 layers, almost. They ate through it right there. So yeah, they need the food. And I'm not working on these pollen patties at all unless they're working on them from the bottom. Let's see how it's kind of light colored here versus dark. That's where it's dried out. So I'm not liking that recipe. It needs probably double the vegetable oil. Let's pull one of these up real quick and just look at it from the bottom. Yeah, they're not touching it. They're on the sugar. Well, they're on that one. So it's kind of hard though. Get this out of our way. All right, I see bees here, 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 here. So we got basically a nuke worth of bees. Just going to get in and get out. I want to see if they got any nectar stored. Mostly pollen there, no nectar that I see. I'd like to get some liquid in this hive. We got uncapped and capped brood and capped honey up here in the corners. Same thing on this side. I don't see our queen. Normally, I wouldn't even be going through here. This is for the purpose of this video. So you can see following up after the big disaster how it's faring. So here's some fresh laid brood and eggs. We have eggs right in here, and this is new, fresh capped. So you can see how light colored it is. So our queen's still laying, in spite of us trying to drown half of the bees in here. There's eggs on this side too. So that's her frame. One of them anyway. We'll check this one last frame. So we got a little bit of liquid nectar here. And I see bees hauling pollen around. And there's some honey. This was the honey frame. And there's honey there. So let's get out of here. I didn't see the queen, but we saw evidence of her. Saw fresh laid eggs. That's all we need to see. We're good to go here. So this hive, in a week or two, we're going to rotate them. Unless she's got brood down there in the bottom, and I very seriously doubt that. I would expect the bottom to be completely empty. Sometimes there'll be a little bit of residual honey down there that they haven't messed with, but for the most part there won't be anything down there. So there's what that looks like from the bottom. They'd hole through it. Now my finger won't fit through it. Almost. We'll just leave it there the way it was. Okay, let's get in this hive 17 here next door and make sure they still have sugar stores. See bees here? It's about to get dark on us. I see some pollen patty. So I put some sugar cakes in here and they consumed that. So there was a sugar cake sitting right there, so it's gone. And I set that pollen patty in the void where they ate off this big solid block of sugar that covered the whole hive. So they've still got food. I'm not going to go in and disturb them. It's getting a little late. The sun is setting. So got the nice sunset going on there. And I missed it. I like to fly my drone up and catch the sunsets and do a time lapse. That looked like that might have been a good one with some background clouds. So I'm just sticking my hive tool back in here to see how solid it is. So it's pretty solid right in this area, but it's hollow right there. And this pollen patty, oh, they're eating on that one pretty good. So there was two on top of each other, and they ate the bottom one completely. Okay. Okay, how's this for a shot? Got the sun setting here over my shoulder, got the rule of thirds going on here. So yeah, that's some high quality content right there. So I hope you enjoy it. Hey, so that's basically going to be it. This hive is good to go. They got enough food in there for another couple weeks. What we're concerned about now is bees are flying a lot and bringing in a lot of pollen, but there's no nectar out there. So all their energy for flight has to come from carbohydrates, which is our sugar that we put on these low hives that don't have honey, or their honey. So tomorrow what I need to do is go down the line again and grab all these hives and feel them for weight. So I did that about a month ago and I discovered that hive number 18. I could lift it with 2 fingers, and going into winter, it was heavy. It felt like I was raising 50 pounds on one end, and it was full of honey. So anyway, give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel on your way out, and we'll catch you on the next beekeeping video. Y'all take care.